Hello everyone. Hi. Good evening. I am JV Salud, the Aces and Queens Q&A trainer, and thank you for joining us in the second episode of Conversations with Attorney JV. Again, I'm your host, Attorney JV. I'm so excited, everyone who is now watching. We have 10 people watching right now. Hopefully we can get more watchers because I'm so excited to bring to you our very second guest, but our very first queen guest in our show this evening. And one of the reasons why this guest ang una kong in-invite as one of the queens is just as backstory. A couple of weeks ago, I did an impromptu IG live, and this woman, this very beautiful woman, generously joined me in this live. And sabi ko, if I will have a show of my own, she will be my very first guest na queen. So before we introduce our guest, please watch this. And yun na nga, ang ating guest for tonight, no other than Miss Iloilo Binibini 2020 and the candidate from Iloilo City to Binibining Pilipinas 2021, Karen Laurie Mendoza. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Attorney.
How are you? Ganda naman.
Okay lang naman. I had a good day today. I read a book yung pinost ko. I continued reading it. And we celebrated my boyfriend's dog. It's his third birthday.
Nakita ko nga kanina on IG you posted a picture with the dog, no? Anong breed niya?
Poodle. Apricot poodle.
Apricot. That's so cute. So cute. So, Karen, thank you for joining me in Conversations. How are you feeling tonight? Pressure?
Wala. I'm excited. Pressured a little bit.
Pressured. Yun nga kanina, di ba, kinakwento ko. Nung nag-IG live ako a couple of weeks back. Tapos si Karen, hindi nakabihis, hindi naka-makeup, nakapambahay na matutulog na yata. And parang nakapag-usap tayo for like 1 hour on IG. So sabi ko talaga, sabi ko, ang first guest ko ng Beauty Queen dapat si Karen Laurie Mendoza. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so Karen, I don't know if you saw our first show last week with Ian Mandehar no? And ang concept ng show natin is we're mimicking a beauty pageant in our conversation. So we'll have 4 rounds today of competition. All right? Ready ka na?
Yeah.
All right. So our first for tonight is this. Okay, hold on. Okay. So Karen, opening statement. So I'll give you 30 seconds, 1 minute, take as much time as you want. Tell us something about yourself, introduce yourself, and endear yourself to your fans more. Go for it.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Karen Laurie Mendoza. I was born and raised in Concepcion, Iloilo. It's 3 hours away from the city. And I was raised by a single mom. I never met my dad, but it's fine. Parang wala naman akong grudge towards him. And I graduated Bachelor of Tourism in Westside State University, and I was a cabin crew for 4 years in Cebu Pacific. And now I'm joining Pageantry, and I'm here with Attorney JV.
Perfect. Ang ganda nun. Gusto mo ba yung background music natin?
Sabi ko, hala, parang MMK na to.
In preparation, mali mo, magka-MMK din in the future, di ba? But yun, thanks for that, Karen. And I will get to know you a little bit more with the questions that I prepared for you tonight. And wag masyado, it's just a conversation. Remember, when we do our Q&A trainings, hindi naman tayo, we don't teach the girls parang nagsispeech, but it's really more of a conversation between you and the judges. So parang practice na rin natin to for our Q&A sessions. Alright, so our first, meron ako ipapakita sa'yo na series of okay, and the first picture is this.
Yes. I was so okay, go na. Okay, I was so happy there because me and Rabia auditioned for Aces and Queens October 2019, and I told her there's Miss Iloilo, the first ever Miss Iloilo, and then it states in the website that if you win Miss Iloilo, you're gonna represent the city in a national pageant, which is new. Kasi before, kahit sino lang yung sasali sa national pageant. And now, susuportahan pa ng government. And then, yan yung sa top 5 moment na umiiyak na ako. Tapos sinasabihan ako ni Irabia, don't, translate ko na lang into English. Sabi niya, don't cry kasi top 5 pa, wala pang crown. Bakit ka na umiiyak? Sabi ko, halata ba? Yung mascara ko, okay pa ba? Ganun ako. Tapos nung ina-announce na yung winner, tatlo na kami ni Anne. So, we're in the same agency, modeling agency, Bijou Creatives. And then, ayun na, so we were happy. And then sabi ko, kahit ano na lang. Kasi at first, I was aiming for Miss World. But not because that's what I want. It's because it's what I need that time. Because I was Miss Supermodel Philippines in Global Asian Model. And the timing, yung Binibining Pilipinas kasi is, the screening is January or Feb. And the finals in Thailand is also February 7. So, conflict talaga siya. And I don't want to be Miss Universe din. So, parang binigay din talaga ni Lord sa akin kung ano yung gusto ko. Because when nag-training kami nun, sabi ko, I really wanted to be Miss International because that's my dream. And binigay nga ni Lord, sabi ko na lang, everything happens for a reason. And then I accepted it then at the end of the day.
Di ba I don't know if this is, you've heard this story also, but Rabia was aiming for world also, di ba?
Yes, actually, attorney, yun yung sabi ko, bigay mo na sa akin yung world, please. Sabi ko, kailangan ko talaga. I need it. Tapos sabi niya, okay ka, bibigay ko sa'yo yung world, akin na yung universe. And before, wala pang announcement na yung Miss Universe is sibak sa Binibini. Yung crowns pa is Miss Earth, Miss World, and Binibining Pilipinas. So sabi niya, okay, akin na yung universe, sa'yo na yung world. Ganon. Tapos the other way around, hindi na yung expectations namin.
Yeah, but I think everything happens for a reason, di ba? And
yes, it does.
Hopefully, and sige. Alright, thanks for that, Kay. And ngayon, second picture na tayo, okay? This one. So, Kay, you've been in Binibining Pilipinas. So, you won Miss Iloilo Binibini 2020. So, you got to represent Iloilo City in Binibining Pilipinas. And now, for over a year na, you've been competing in Binibining Pilipinas.
Yeah.
How has this past year been for you? My God.
Well, it's been tough kasi postpone. And we're all excited actually, and now meron na namang spike, so we're on pause for 2 weeks, and we don't know if we're still gonna continue April 17. Kasi yesterday, di ba, parang 7,000 yung case. That's the highest in history. So, nakakakaba lang, but, still excited. Tapos sad lang kasi wala na yung other girls like them. But I'm happy for Sam, especially her performance earlier was so nice. She nailed it. Super. Parang naiyak nga ako. Tapos ayun, it's not gonna be the same because most of my closest friends are not there anymore. But still, laban tayo.
That's true. In Binibini, what has been your most what do you call this, memorable experience so far? So far.
Mm. It's not actually the activities, but well, the activities are fun, but it's behind the scene kasi for me. Like yung bonding moments namin ng girls, like every time na may photo shoot kami, si Sam kasi number 13. So yung group namin, may isang table doon, nag-uuno cards kami and we would ask each other questions. Like, what would you answer to this question? What would you answer to this question? So we're going in around the table. What's your opinion? Ganyan, ganyan. And I think it's a good thing kasi we're not thinking about the we're not thinking about the competition, but we're sharing sisterhood.
Yeah, that's good. And speaking of San Bernardo, actually, Datu Rais Simpal has a good question. Attorney JV and Ate Karen, ano po masasabi niyo sa performance ni Samantha Bernardo kanina?
Ah, the best. Very Samantha Bernardo. She nailed it. I was actually showing the video with Jose and his brother. And then parang kinikilig talaga ako kasi I told Sam about it na fan na fan talaga ako before I joined Binibining.
Ang ganda, no? Yung the swimsuit talaga.
Super.
Parang there was no wrong movement. Everything was in place and yet it didn't feel calculated. Alam mo yung parang hindi siya nag-iisip talagang, I will just perform. And yun naman ang
Yeah,
goal natin.
and I was so amazed na parang walang stairs. And ang daming stairs. It was just, taas noo. And then I'm just gonna do my thing.
Galing. Sobrang galing. So, Datu, we were so impressed. I was, and guys, Samantha is not from Aces and Queens, but we don't care. We only care about the Philippines and the beauty that
Yeah.
any candidate that will represent the Philippines in the international stage can do for us, diba? And sobrang good job, Samantha. Sobrang love your performance. All right. Next. Ayan, ang cute. Oh, ang cute. Background lang. Actually, hindi ko hiningi kay Kay itong pictures na to. These pictures have been in our ACES GC for a year already. So sabi ko, hahanapin ko yung mga pictures. So, if you were to speak to these two cute babies, what will you say to them?
Actually, the picture on the right has a lot of meaning. Parang it shows of the Karen talaga na mahiyain, introvert. Ayoko kasing picturean ako dati, attorney. So I'm a very shy kid. So if I have to tell something about the younger Karen Laurie, I would say and it's okay to be shy. And I know you're gonna blossom soon. I know you're gonna do great in the future. And, even before na sobrang mahiyain ako, I'm always a spectator in the crowd. So I learn from people even if I don't converse with them. So, ayun, now you can really tell na I came out of the box and I blossomed na.
That's so beautiful, Kay. And all of us have these childhood experiences that we carry to this day, and it's not where we were, it's who we are right now and what we've learned along the way. So that's such a beautiful sentiment. Ayan, di ba? Ang drama ng music natin in the back.
Actually, the photo on the right, also, attorney, was featured in Gaisano, the famous parang studio there. And ginawa nila akong model. And yun lang yung copy ko. Oo. Yun ang first ever modeling stint ko.
Well, kitang-kita mo naman since childhood, you're so cute already, so beautiful as a baby, ang ganda nung ang ganda ng lahi. All right, next picture. Naku, baka dito ka na umiyak.
Actually, I appreciate my mom so much. This picture means a lot to me because every year she would go back to the Philippines just to celebrate the very important moments in my life. Kasi 4 years old pa lang ako, attorney. Pumunta na siya ng ibang bansa para mag-work. So, iniwan niya ako sa lola ko and sa auntie ko. But she always makes sure na nandun siya sa birthday ko, sa graduation, Christmas. So, I think nagkaroon din kami ng parang close bond because of that.
Is she back in the Philippines now?
Yes, inaantay nga niya yung result sa swab test. Dapat kahapon and today, pero wala pa din.
Pero you don't have symptoms naman, diba? So you're feeling well naman. Okay, that's good. I mean, we just have to be extra careful nga kasi, diba, there was what, 7,999, almost 8,000 cases of COVID yesterday. We really have to be very careful. So your mom, when you were growing up, she was an OFW.
Yes, and until this year, nito lang siya nag-resign. Mag-ano na talaga siya, for good na siya.
Where was she,
Kasi,
if you don't?
Hong Kong. Senior na din kasi siya eh.
Okay. And right now, she's enjoying retirement. Nasaan siya? Nasa Iloilo?
Nandito sa Manila, quarantine. Hi, Ma. I know she's watching.
Hello po, tita. You raised such a beautiful daughter, and congratulations on that. Beautiful inside and out. Okay, your mom, I'm sure was such an inspiration to you. Is there a lesson that you learned from her as a child na dinadala mo, that you carry with you to this day?
I think I told you about this na, and then ito din yung parating sinasabi sa akin ni Jose. Don't teach your child to be careful, teach them how to be brave. Tama din. Naglalaro siya.
Hi, Jose.
So, yeah, pero I really appreciate her because she taught me how to be faithful. Kasi grabe talaga yung family ko. Sobrang religious, and then you can never go wrong as long as you follow God. And then also, respect your elders. Sobra, kahit na anong conversation, you must be respectful sa kanila na try not to raise your voice, and always na magkasama kayong kumain sa hapunan, or just, para kasi ang pangit nang wala kang kasama sa table, and that's what I really learned about them. Kahit na pag nagluluto ako for my friends, I always tell them na, come on na, let's eat. Put your phones down. Kasi that's, minsan lang yan eh. And the technology now, parang hindi na natin pinapansin yung isa't isa. And then before, tinuro na ng mom ko sa akin yan. And now ko lang na-appreciate talaga yan.
Yeah, I'm sure because you already grew up in an age na meron na mga computer games, may internet na. Ako kasi nung bata ako, wala pang internet when I was growing up. So it was the TV or, books or playing outside. Diba? How was your...
Okay.
Go ahead.
Also, attorney, another thing. She didn't spoil me with yung mga bago, ko anong bago. Actually, she promised me one time, nung elementary ako, sabi niya, babigyan niya daw ako ng Wii. Ano ba yan? Yung may flip na Game Boy. Kasi parang uso yun before. Yung dalawa yung screen.
Yeah.
Tapos sabi ko, grade 6 na ako, ba't wala pa din? Tapos parang dun ko lang na-realize na, okay lang yan. Hindi naman yan importante. Kahit may ganun yun yung friends ko, okay lang sa akin. So, I grew up na hindi ako minold niya talaga ako not to be materialistic and to appreciate yung needs than wants.
That's yun. I think especially for the younger generation now, when parents are working harder, they spend less time at home. Some parents, they spoil their children with these, thinking that it will help the child fill the gap of them not being at home regularly. But ang ganda nung sentiment yun, even if she's not here in the Philippines, imaginein mo, di ba, she's an OFW, and yet she was able to instill these values to you. Ibang level yun. Congratulations, tita. Alright. Okay, next tayo. Now, okay, round 2 tayo. Wait, may pa-music din ako dyan. All right. So, okay.
Ay, so,
This will not be a conversations with Attorney JV if wala tayong mga Q&A type challenges, right? Yung
mm-mm.
kanina we got to know you a little bit better. We got to know who Karen Laurie is inside and out. Now, we will test if Karen Laurie has what it takes to be the next Binibining Pilipinas International. Yan naman yung goal natin, di
Sige.
ba? I mean, there are other crowns. We're not saying that the other crowns are not important. But, if you have a goal, then you have to take ownership of that. Wait, dapat tinanong muna pala kita, yung ba yung goal mo? Baka
Of
ibang crown.
course. Yun talaga, ever since. Even before Miss Iloilo. Yun talaga yung dream ko.
Kaya mag-aral na tayo ng Japanese.
Ah!
Alright, Kay. Kay, ready ka na ha?
Yes.
Okay. So your first word is, medyo light yung music. Feminism. Spend as much time as you want. Walang 30 seconds, walang 1 minute here. Go for it.
Parang free speech lang siya, no? Or ano. Okay. For me, for those who don't know about feminism, for me, it is not trying to take men from trying to raise the level of them, but it is trying to achieve equity and more than equality. Actually, I appreciate the famous singers like Taylor Swift for actually speaking up about this issue, and she's amplifying the cause through her songs, like yung The Man and Ariana Grande as well, yung God is a Woman. And of course, I recently watched a movie. It's called Moxie, and I love the ano tawag dun? The lesson behind the movie kasi nakarelate ako ng konti. The girl, the main girl in the movie, na ano siya, introvert, and then she created like a group in her school about feminism. So she's posting stickers, she's making like books about feminism and how to create a revolution sa school. And then she actually did a really good job at it. And parang pinapamukha niya dun sa mga guys sa school na they just can't, be higher than everybody else. We need to be equal. And I feel really sad about the cheerleader sa movie kasi she was raped by the jock. And parang naano ako doon kasi yung letter niya from one anonymous to another. At the end of the story, they spoke up in it. She said na I'm Moxie. Sino yung gustong mag-speak up dyan in front of the school? Kasi sorry, naging na storyteller spoiler na. But I really like, it's talking so much about feminism that yung na-rape na yun na girl, she spoke up eventually in front of all the school. Sabi niya, ni-rape ako ng boyfriend ko, and he's telling his friends that I'm the most bangable in the school. And that's really sad to hear. And also Queen's Gambit, diba? Not only men can do good in chess. And at the end of the season, she was the winner.
Yeah. I love that. Women representation in the media is important, diba? Embodying and showcasing in the media strong images of women is important so that we can teach our young girls that you can be whoever you want to be. That even in male-dominated, industries or sports, that you can excel and compete toe-to-toe with them. I love those sentiments, and I love kay how you brought it down to a level na medyo mas maiintindihan ng mga common tao, 'di ba? Na feminism is not a big.
Kasi ano lang siya in social media kasi parang ano lang siya, it's about how you dress, Eh yung iba kasi parang naiinis doon and nagiging anti-feminism because they don't really understand what it is. And for some people like me, I'm a visual learner, so you could really understand more about it when you watch a movie or listen something parang na experience mo.
I love that. All right. I love that. Thank you, Kay. Next word. Climate
Climate change.
change.
This is hard.
It's very hard.
Actually, I saw like a video in PBT in Instagram about how Antarctica is then than now, and it makes me really sad how the cause of all of this is us. It's not to be harsh, but that's the truth, no? That's the ugly truth. And I just applaud how other countries manage climate change. And I know it's always gonna be there. So, siguro Mother Earth's gonna be like, okay, do what you want. At least at the end of this all, I'm still here, and you're gonna be, dead. That's harsh to say, but that's the truth. And we should be careful and be responsible of what we are doing. We should be sustainable, and then like Singapore, they're very, very productive, and they do a lot of they put a lot of their money into research and science, and they're doing a really good job at it on how they manage trash and how to recycle everything, even tea. They turn it into drinking water. So imagine. And also, since my mom is working in Hong Kong, I really appreciate kung paano sila mag-recycle doon. Like specifically, there's a box, there's a bin. Only if you don't want your books, you could throw your books there, but only books. Only cans, plastic, anything. It's very, ano talaga, um, detailed. Dapat yun lang yung ito-throw mo doon. So, meron ding, you can take it para magamit mo, or itatrash mo lang talaga so that the government can recycle it. 'Di ba? That's I don't know, sana na dito ganun din.
It's really no. It's really an effort by the entire community. It can't be just the government. It
Mm-mm.
can't just be the big corporations. It has to be the individual citizens also.
Yeah,
Working together to make sure that the environment is protected for future
it starts with
generations.
you.
I like that. It
It starts
starts
with
with
us.
you. All right. Good. Next.
Ayan.
Cosmetic surgery.
Oh my God. Okay. Um, I think we tackled this before in our Q&A, and I have a lot of input about this. Kasi parang here in the Philippines, parang we are not so open about it, and we criticize, especially beauty queens, if they do cosmetic surgery. And bakit sa ibang bansa, it's normal and then we don't criticize them. But if it's tayo na, parang kinikriticize natin yung mga tao. For example, it's normal for people who uh, like who went into an accident. Wala ba ako?
I think it's my internet also. Hold on. Ayan, I think we're
Oh,
connected again. Hi guys, sorry we got disconnected. But we're back. In the comment section, please type if we're back.
yeah.
Ayan, I think we're back now. Ayan. Yes, no, I medyo nag-cut off kay. We heard
Mm-mm.
your sentiments on it being, ubiquitous, commonplace in other countries, and I wanted to hear. Okay, we're back. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ivy. And wanted to hear about how it could be an empowering experience
Mm-mm.
for any person, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman who would decide to undergo cosmetic surgery. You know how powerful could that
Yeah,
be?
it's just so sad that they would criticize, no, especially girls. Kasi they would say na, why are you not contented of your body? Parang, why do you want to look like someone else? Kasi if, parang, hindi naman sa kanila yung decision na yan eh. It's coming from her. Actually, it's her life. She can do whatever she wants with her body, and then we should just support it. Kasi it would boost her self-confidence, di ba? And actually, I have a friend, a newfound friend. Her name is Ariel Kyle. She is Miss Intercontinental New Zealand, and she is a transsexual woman. And I'm really, really proud that I met her on social media pa lang, but we're gonna meet in person if she's gonna go back here in the Philippines. She's a Filipina, by the way, but Miss Intercontinental New Zealand. So we were talking 2 nights ago about it, having fillers on your face and how it corrected her lip, and she's very vocal about it. And I commented also. I told her actually I got nose fillers as well. And I am proud to say that because I have crooked nose. And thank you, Doc Toledo, for fixing my nose. Ayun. Because before, I'm gonna talk more about it. I'm gonna post this soon. Because I have less fat here and here. And if the shadow on my left is too harsh, you could really see na pag ganun na yung nose ko. So I think we should be open more about this topic kasi we're in the 21st century, 'di ba?
Yeah, and you know, there are people who absolutely need cosmetic surgery, and even for those that
Mm-mm.
don't absolutely need it, if it's going to help you, be more confident about yourself, if it's going to make you satisfied and happy and contented with yourself, I think as long as you don't harm and hurt other people, diba? We shouldn't be
True,
judging
yes.
others who, decide to undergo cosmetic surgery. I like that. Thank you for
True.
sharing that, Kay. And that's such a bold and courageous statement for you to have, publicly admitted that you've had fillers on your nose. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And thank you for showing the way and setting an example for all women and men out there that it's absolutely okay. All right. Next. Ayan.
COVID-19. Hmm. Ay nako, ay sorry, ano na yung ano ko. Ay nako, yun lang yung masasabi ko ah. This is really the plot twist of everyone's lives. And actually, I lost my job because our company need to retrench employees, and I was one of the 700 people. Kasi ang dami kong absent na eh because of the pageant preparations and the ang dami kong sinalihan ng 2019 ng 2020. So sunod-sunod na siya. So ayun, nakakasad lang that we are undergoing this crisis, and I've seen a lot of people struggling not only because of their health but financially. And I think that's the best lesson um, that we should focus on in the future. That we should always save for the rainy day.
I like that. 'Di ba? I think that's something na hindi natin na-appreciate as a culture in the Philippines, eh, 'di ba? Financial security and thinking about our
Yeah.
financial health. I think thank you for saying that, and thank you for sharing your story. I think it will resonate with so many people. And it's not an easy thing to admit. It's not an easy thing to,
Mm.
to say, because so many people indeed have lost jobs. And ano eh, I mean, we really have to work hard together. Number one, to end the pandemic. Diba? Stay at home,
True.
guys. Wear your masks, properly. So I think that's one of the messages that we need to re-emphasize these days. Mayroon lang comment
And
dito si...
also,
go for it, go for it, go for it.
and also, attorney, parang, I think it's my time not to say, because I've been declining photo shoots, and I'm really sorry because I want to be careful as well. Hindi, it's not being selfish, no. I think it's being ano nga being caring kasi I don't want to have the virus, and especially that my mom is already a senior citizen, and I think it's my job to protect myself and her. So ayun, stay at home talaga tayo, guys.
And I hope everyone who's requesting for these photo shoots, I hope you guys understand what our
Yeah.
contestants, our queens have to go through. And I hope they respect your choices, your decision also to stay away from any public engagements as of now. Kaya nga tayo, we could have done this live together here in my condo, but we're trying to be safe, and we should follow all of the rules. But ito, merong si
Yeah.
June Bench kanina, ang ganda ng comment ni June. Teka, nakikita na ba siya? Parang nawala yata. Baka natatakpan. Hold on. Anyway, sabi lang ni June, she is commendable for admitting she did fillers. Whatever it is that makes us more confident, we should do that. After all, it's our body, it's our choice. Thanks for saying that, June.
Aw, thank you.
All right, next. Um, oh, beauty pageants.
Yes. Before I've been a fan of beauty pageants, but low key lang. It started with my gay best friend, Gilmore Ambot. Um, we're always watching Miss USA, and for some reason, every time we tour around the Philippines, kasi we're tourism students, and every time we have layovers, kasi siya yung, sorry, we have a time sa hotel, siya yung roommate ko. Um, it's always Miss USA for some reason. And then, napapanood namin yung performance ng girls, and we're always admiring them. And of course, Binibining Pilipinas. Always a fan. um, ayun na nga. I really love how the pageantry has evolved, no? Kasi before, parang we're not so what do you call this? We're not so open on with our thoughts. We're being careful, and now I am admire the beauty queens because they're so brave to tell their opinions in social media, and they're inspiring a lot of people. Shout out to Rabia. I really applaud her because she's so brave, and wala lang, parang, yes, we're friends, so I know her, parang na, ano na ako, pero ganun yung sa isip ko. It has evolved so much. Ayun. And actually, beauty pageant is not only for what women. There's also men and gay, like trans pageants. And ayun, I'm very happy that yun nga, si area has been chosen to be the Miss Intercontinental New Zealand, and they're very open about it na.
Sorry, I missed that a while ago. Si Miss Intercontinental New Zealand is a trans woman, di ba?
Yes.
And that's such a... Yeah, maybe that's another question that I asked you. Hindi yun dun sa mga itatanong ko later, but do you think that transgender women, should be able to compete in beauty pageants?
Yes. Of course. 'Di ba? They're also women.
Trans women are women. Absolutely. Ganda nun. All right. Well, you spoke about her already. So perfect tong next to. It's not really a term, but a picture.
Ah,
Biyang, is there anything, ano ba? So we've heard your experiences competing for Miss Iloilo together, and now that after she won Miss Universe Philippines, and now she's preparing for Miss Universe on May 17, diba? May 16 in the US, May 17 Philippine time. What's your message for her?
hi. So kadamo ko. Sorry, nag-Ilonggo tuloy ako. Para ang
Okay
dami kong
lang.
masasabi. But I've already told a lot na sa kanya, especially in person, that I'm really proud of her. Na ano na nga kami na emotional kasi parang before we were just thinking about it to join pageantry because just to try it out because we're curious and we also don't want to regret not trying. So parang naging emotional ako at some point kasi I'm really proud of her. She's Miss Universe Philippines and I know she's gonna do good. She's gonna do great in Miss Universe pageant. And I've really witnessed how she evolved during the year kasi she's very shy and she's very sensitive and now she's brave and her body transformed really well and her walk her Q&A. I'm so proud of you, Rab. Balaan mo naman na and balaan ko nga ginahimo mo ni tanan para mamiti mo tatay kag para sa mama mo and I know that God is always lining his plans to the person um who's always believing in him.
Oh, ang ganda nun. You know, I saw her also the first time I saw her. I still remember sa Dollar Studio tayo. I don't know, nandun ka ba nun nung first time yung umattend ng training? Were you
Q&A,
there?
yeah.
She was there,
I
di
was
ba?
there. Yeah.
Na sabi ko talaga, itong babaeng to, very passionate. Tapos hindi ko pa alam kasi noon na nagle-lecture siya noon, di ba? Tapos I still remember my comments. Sabi ko, alam mo pag nagsasalita para ka nagle-lecture. And then sabi niya sa akin afterward, kasi attorney, nagle-lecture po talaga ako. So sabi ko, okay, that's why. And but
She's
that's
very good at it, ha? She's
absolutely.
earning a lot.
And sinasabi ko nga, you know, from that first time that I saw her March of last year during our first Q&A, and now kasi di ba nag-train kami for Miss Universe now with attorney Nad Bronze. Last week nag-training kami, tomorrow we'll have another training pero Zoom na lang din because of COVID nga. Ibang-iba na, no? Nakita mo na ba recently? Pinakita ko ba sa iyo yung video na may sound no nagsasagot siya? It's so different now. It's so much more
Ay, hindi
elevated.
pa.
Mamaya
Pero
pakita ko sa'yo.
I know. Because she knows how to study the game. That's her edge.
And very committed talaga. And sabi ko nga, mag-Q&A kayong dalawa together. Team Iloilo,
Lugi ako.
Hindi yan.
Actually,
Ano yan?
I'm so touched. Nung first time naming nagkasama sa Q&A with not actually Q&A but it's a personality development with
Tito Jer.
Tito Jerry. And parang tinanong ako ng questions and 3 questions she commented talaga honestly na I love how Karen evolved with her Q&A kasi or na swertehan lang siguro ako attorney kasi yung questions is parang nakaka-relate talaga ako. Kasi before she would question me, she's always my roommate in Miss Irila and she would question me tapos sabi ko, Rab, ano ba yan? Parang I'm always shy to answer eh. Sabi niya, kaya mo yan, ganyan, ganyan. And I'm proud kasi kahit nagsha-shower yan, nagme-memorize yan ng mga speech niya, ganun.
That's And alam mo Kate, you shouldn't you shouldn't doubt your Q&A skills. You know, some people will have natural English ability, pero alam mo ang Q&A wala sa English yan, di ba? Sabi nga ni Janine Togonon, it's whether you have a heart to serve and you have a strong mind to show to people, di ba? It's about how you touch people's lives and how you share your stories. And how you're doing it tonight, I'm sure a lot of people will see the true Karen and will really see how much of a queen you truly are.
Oh, that's so nice.
All right. Okay. So, nakalimutan ko na tayo. Nakalimutan ko na mag music tayo, but we have our third round. Okay? Where we've been having a conversation for 46 minutes already and I'm having so much fun, pero nandito na tayo sa medyo mas pahirap na part ng gabi natin. Alright, so this is a Q&A round. Alright, we'll ask you 3 questions and this time, okay, let's try to keep it under under 45 seconds. Alam ko 45 seconds ang Binibining Pilipinas. And then we'll have an online critique of the answers tonight. Hindi, joke lang. Just, again, conversations, diba? Alright. So, our first question for tonight is this. So, Miss...
Ayun na yun na. If you could be, if you could to be either beautiful or smart, what would you choose? Well, mag-joke sana ako, wag na lang. So what is it really to be beautiful, no? How do we determine beauty? But for me, if I were to choose, I would rather choose to be smart than beautiful. Because the concept of beauty has never been definitive. So, what's beautiful for you might not be beautiful for me. And I think para maging beautiful ka, you just have to have self-confidence, and that would boost a lot.
Perfect. Alright.
Ano ka sa...
Kinakabahan ka ba? This is not the kinakabahan ka masyadong kabahan. But, I like it. I like that the answer was direct. We like direct answers. You chose one over the other and you said smart. Very good. And then second, I think the contextualization of the fact that beauty is relative, that beauty is not something universally defined. Iba-iba ang definition ng kagandahan kada kultura. Kada tao nga, iba-iba ang definition ng kagandahan, diba? So, I really like that.
Ako, actually, attorney, I have parang variety. Parang, ngayon, ay, ang ganda-ganda ni Dua Lipa. Tapos, the next day na makikita ko na naman si Rihanna. And then I would be, oh my God, she's so beautiful. So, parang, I like variety. So, wala akong specific na parang model or concept for beauty.
Alright. Next question.
Yes.
Alright.
Can you hear me? Wait lang. I think, nawala ulit.
Ay, nakamute pala ako. Kamusta naman?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so question.
Okay.
Can you tell me your thoughts on internet censorship?
Actually, madami akong thoughts about this, attorney. So, pwede bang more than 60 seconds?
Go for it.
On a wider scale, since I'm a cabin crew, we've already known about this for so long. So, just like with North Korea and China, no, they have internet censorship already to protect their country and their culture as well, and what they believe in. If you go to China, wala talagang internet. Even that you have a smartphone, you would need VPN pa to access Facebook, and the only thing that you could access is Viber. So imagine, that's really hard to process at first. But ngayon ko lang na-understand yung true meaning nito. Actually, me and Jose were talking about it earlier, and may na-mention siya about sino nga eh? Maxine Magalona ata. And she talked about, before when we were kids, we are taught that, or it is engraved in our head that if we kiss someone, we're gonna get pregnant, diba? And little did we know that that's not true. Or if we, peek at someone taking a shower, we're gonna have pink eye, and that's not true. And we could learn everything that we can through education. And for me, parang wala naman akong against sa internet censorship. But what I want to promote is educating our kids, especially the younger generation, so that if ever they encounter um, sensitive posts in social media, like for example about sex and about the things that they don't understand about war or about the protests, we can have a normal conversation that they can really learn. And I wish that they would normalize it here in the Philippines, educating, sex education, really, sex education or what's happening in the world, because it's not only protecting them, but it's also parang minumulat mo sila on what's really out there, 'di ba? And it's gonna prevent, parang 'di ba sinasabi nila, parang pinoprotektahan ka nila na parang wag mo gawin to. But actually with educating them with that, parang ano mo pa sila, sila parang mapapa-understand mo sila, attorney, na kung ano talaga yung dapat nilang gawin. They should be mature enough sa
Yeah.
mga topics na ganun. Sorry,
Yeah.
napaikot-ikot na ako, but yeah, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, and absolutely, internet access sobrang enabler of education in the country, 'di ba? If everyone has internet access, these very important topics, on reproductive health, on war, on peace, on even science, daily
Mm.
activities, talagang it could be an enabler for knowledge sharing and knowledge transfer for everyone in the Philippines. We but you're right that we should not what do you call this, diminish the value of the parents also in educating the children, and that internet what do you call this, access must be controlled by the parents also, kasi syempre may mga dangerous
Mm.
information din online, and it's the parents' responsibility to make sure na only appropriate information reaches their children.
Yeah, that's why we have that on TV na may
Mm.
censorship with age limit, ganon. Para
Correct.
we can ask advice from our parents.
That's correct. All right. Good. Next. Okay, Karen. Your last question for tonight. Why should you be the next Binibining Pilipinas International?
And I've asked this question. I've asked myself this question a lot of times na, and even before, it's already my dream to be a Binibini, and most especially Miss International. So I really believe in the cause of Miss International, which is to promote the friendship in the United Nations. And I think with my experience at work and my cultural exchange programs that I have in the past, also, I know that I'm ripened enough. I know my values, and I I know myself enough that I could share and inspire a lot of people. So I think that's um, that's a really good qualities that that they should consider if I'm gonna be the next Binibining Pilipinas International.
I like that. 'Di ba? Very personal. May specific examples of why you are destined to become the next Binibining Pilipinas International, and why you would be an amazing representative to Tokyo, Japan in November. So magpa-practice na ba tayo ng Japanese?
Oh, I love Japan.
Have you been to Japan
They're so
before?
nice. Yes. And I feel safe if I'm in Japan, actually. When I traveled to sa Narita kasi yung hotel namin. So the first time that I was there, I traveled alone. I went to see Hachiko. And nagkaroon ako ng misprinting sa ticket ko. So it's all in Japanese. The only thing that I can understand is my seat number. Tapos ayun, going back, parang pabalik na ako sa Narita, sa hotel namin. It was dark already. And I asked a local. I asked him, where is this gate? Where should I enter? Kasi the Shibuya station is so big. You can really get lost. So ayun, parang I was so amazed, and I appreciated him so much talaga na I said thank you, nagbow talaga ako ng mababa kasi he left his store just to, accompany me and para makita ko yung gate ko. Imagine, grabe yung values nila doon. Grabe yung, I love Japan so much.
Yeah.
People, the country, the food, I love Japan.
You know that I lived in Japan for 2 years, diba?
You mentioned, yeah.
And yung Shibuya, ganyan talaga sila. Even if they have to go out of their way to help you get to where you need to go, they will actually walk with you to get you to where you need to be. Ganun
Yeah.
talaga sila. They're very
They're so
friendly and very helpful.
nice.
You're right. And
They're
kahit
my
na
favorite
gabi.
passenger. Yeah, gabi yun actually. Parang, pag sa Pilipinas yan, ano na eh, mako-conscious na yung tao na iwanan yung nila, yung story nila. Kasi baka may magnakaw.
Mm-mm.
Tapos ayun.
Yeah, and, your experience as a flight crew member of, I don't want to say the wrong airline, PAL, diba?
Cebu Pacific.
Oh my
Cebu
God! I
Pacific.
said the wrong one! Cebu Pacific. Oh nga pala, same with Billy, same with
Yes.
what's the one destination that you would always go back to? I think Japan would be your answer, but aside from Japan, ano pa yung gusto mong balikan?
Sa Asia, Japan eh. But sa other country, parang outside Asia kasi, we only have Sydney. And Dubai is part of Asia also. So Dubai is my second favorite. But I really love Sydney. We have Melbourne also, but I love Sydney more because I love the food. And I grew up by the beach. So the Bondi Beach is such an amazing place to go to.
Yeah. Ako, I've never been to Australia. So, sige, first time kong pupunta ng Australia, I would go to Sydney. I really want to see the Sydney Harbour also. I want to see the Sydney Opera House, diba? The Sydney Bridge. I really want to see all of
Yeah.
those. Alright. Okay, thanks, Karen. Oh my gosh. Oh, hindi naman masyado mahirap, diba?
Yes. Medyo lang.
Thank you so much, Kay. So we are done with our first 3 rounds of competition, and now we're on our last round of competition. Okay, so we've been having a conversation for more than an hour, for an hour already, and now it's time for your final look and
Oh.
your final word. All right. So first, I want you to pose the most fierce pose that you have and take a picture.
Wait. Ako. Closer.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Parang weird. Wait lang. Parang yung ring light ko hindi nagki-cooperate. Wait. Ayan.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Another 1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right, and now for your final word, Kate.
Wait. Okay, so I just want to say na, because we've been talking so much about pageantry, and I just want to say something to all who's watching na if you're struggling, that's okay. Everything happens for a reason. Hindi naman tayo bibigyan ng pagsubok ng Panginoon kung hindi natin malalampasan ito, right? So, isa din is to always believe in your capabilities, always trust your guts, and always dream big kasi I know that you're gonna do great and believe in yourself talaga. And ayun guys, thank you so much for watching our live with Attorney JV. Kapin pa sa akon nga mga fans. I know that they've been tuning in. Kagina pa sila nagahulat. So thank you so much, Karen Finity, Karen Stirs, and wait lang, ano ganyan isa? Karen Atix! Oh my gosh.
Grabe, ang dami ng fans club. And there's a reason for that. Because people can truly see how beautiful you are sa loob at sa labas. And it's your fans are a testament to, you know, how much they truly love you and how much they truly want you to win that crown for Binibining Pilipinas. We don't know yet when it's gonna be held. Do you have any news?
There's chismis that it's gonna be June, but still chismis. We should we shouldn't believe the chismis. Just watch out for the official announcement of Binibining Pilipinas in their official page, Instagram and Facebook. So let's tune in na lang, guys.
And tell everyone who's watching and those who will be watching the what do you call this? Yung naka ano sa YouTube na video where they can follow you, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Attorney. My social media page, Instagram at Karen Laurie. That's KarenLaurriee. And my official page on Facebook, same full name ko lang, Karen Laurie Mendoza.
All right. So follow Kay on all of her social media accounts so you can follow her journey towards the Binibining Pilipinas International Crown. All right, KK, thank you so much. And I hope we can have face-to-face trainings again. Ngayon, suspended po ang face-to-face trainings natin because of COVID. Obviously, safety is number one. And that's something that we really need to emphasize to everyone. Stay at home as much as you can. Please do not go out if it's unnecessary. Please always wear your masks properly. Huwag na po yung nakababa yung mask dito sa ilong. I-wear po natin. Alright, Kay, thank you so much. And I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
I'll text you later. Bye-bye. So guys, there you have it. Our Binibining Pilipinas candidate from Iloilo City, Karen Laurie Mendoza. You know, my conversation with Gary tonight is really consistent with who she is. She's such a beautiful person, mabait, very kind, very soft-spoken, but so much heart as well. So I hope that you appreciated our episode, our second episode for Conversations with Attorney JV. Join us again next week for another conversation with another prominent personality in the beauty pageant industry. So guys, thank you so much and good night.